Oops, I did the overlay thing wrong at the first start. But doesn't matter, we're here with the game. It is Cleave versus Tinker. It should be a good match to watch because even though on paper Tinker should be coming out victorious here, Cleave is a team that will make the game interesting regardless if they win or lose. So let's jump into our second game of the day. It is StarLadder Season 10 European Division, Game 2 of 4. Let's go. We have got ourselves Cleave from the Dire side this time, Tinker on the Radiant side, and we have got a couple of bans and picks already done, so I'm kind of late into the draft, but nonetheless, we've got an IO and a Nature's Prophet removed at first, because Team Tinker is kind of known to play IO a lot. This is one of the few teams where you will see IO banned against them very early on, because you don't want to see them with it. You've got the Nature's Prophet removed as well as the Lycan and the Razor. That will indeed leave Skywrath Mage in the pool, as well as Tinker and Void. Now Tinker is not picked up just yet, and to be honest, the last time Team Tinker picked up Tinker, they actually lost. So they might not want to have him again. Faceless Void is of course a really great hero against Tinker as well, because if you can lock him in and kill him off in the duration of the Chronosphere, which normally you can do, yeah. You're gonna have a very sad Tinker. Faceless Void, good first pick, solid hero. We've seen him run off lane, we've seen him run safe lane. The same thing goes for Mirana, by the way, so I like the hero pick up a lot as well. It is very scary to see those two heroes against the lineup that is there so far, though. We've got ourselves a Death Prophet, a Viper, and a Skywrath Mage. Mid-game aggression, and if you get a successful kill, towers will fall really fast. And therefore Cleave needs some more, maybe mid-game potential counter push kind of way to fight. Witch Doctor is a great one for that, because if you throw a cask out, even if you don't do anything else, that cask can completely stop a push, or at least slow it down enough for maybe Faceless Void to teleport in, or for Mirana to actually land a good arrow or something like that. In the second banning phase, we had a Brewmaster as well as a Shadow Shaman, Bane, and Invoker removed from the pool. So
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, I like that pick. So we've got a couple of supports that have a lot of control, and basically all 4 heroes, heavy control heroes, removed from the pool. Yeah, Invoker also kind of control, the only one that maybe not as heavy as controls the rest, but still a solid hero to have and to create space with. We've got ourselves the Centaur. I like the hero. So this is your typical run at you, take your towers, kill you under your tower kind of lineup that Team Tinker is going for. Hopefully that Centaur will get a fast Blink Dagger up and will be able to initiate on behalf of his team. And with that also get some stuns out on Faceless Void, so you can maybe silence him before he chronos. I think Team Tinker's lineup looks pretty solid. Cleave, they've got some good plans, they got some good wombo combo. They still go for the Tinker in the end themselves, so didn't need to ban him out. And this is actually a really good hero for them to have if he gets his Boots of Travel up in time. That's what it's going to be about. We've got a very mid-game heavy lineup for Team Tinker, and Tinker himself
10 seconds remaining.
Actually can deal very well with that and make sure that there's March to the Machine ups under the tower every time. But it only works if he gets his Boots of Travel up in time, and that's going to be a tricky one to get. So I'm curious to see if that's going to be something that Cleave can do. As we are going to have Team Tinker last ban. For Cleave, they've got a Faceless Void and Mirana and Witch Doctor. Now, it will really depend what Team Tinker is expecting from that Mirana. What they're going to ban out. So basically, if Mirana is a core, they're going to ban out a support. If Mirana is expected to be a support, you're going to ban out a core. They ban out a Wraith King. So that could mean everything, or anything, because Wraith King is also used as both core and support. So I guess it's a strong ban. Nonetheless, it's also a good control hero, to be honest. Some heavy disable. They don't really have a targeted disable or a setup for an arrow, apart from if a cask is paralyzing cask is actually bouncing around between 2 targets. So for Cleave, I would like to see something. I would like to see something that can control the mid game. Earthshaker or something would be a nice one to have. Stop pushes, stop people from going in, and you can have your Centaur Stampede on, but you're not going to get across from the Fissure unless you have a blink already, of course. Sand King picked up by Team Tinkerino, so Team Tinker has got, they've got it all really. Sand King, Skywrath Mage, a support duo that is so scary, already early on can rotate, and all 3 other heroes that they have, Death Prophet, Viper, Centaur, all known for
10
being able to run
seconds
solo
remaining.
lanes. So they don't need, like Sand King and Skywrath Mage, they don't need to stay on the
5
lane. They can just
seconds
start roaming
remaining.
and make Tinker's life hell. And make sure that he does not get a Blink Dagger up. Or rather,
Resolve
Boots of
time.
Travel and a Blink Dagger
10
afterwards. But
seconds
Boots of Travel and
remaining.
make sure that Faces Void is going to be only useful for his Chronosphere. Not
5
have any
seconds
goal to do anything
remaining.
himself. It's a very scary lineup. Tidehunter is a good hero to have against a Team Tinker because you want to be able to team fight. At the same time, he's probably going to be off lane. And then, well, he has to get level 6 up. And that's going to be really tricky for him because it's very difficult laning up against a Death Prophet and a Viper. If you're a Tidehunter, maybe you can get experience at least if you're up against a Death Prophet. And I say Death Prophet or Viper because we didn't really know yet who was playing where, because both Viper and Death Prophet can solo any lane. So it looks like we're gonna have Viper mid, Death Prophet safe lane, and EGM on off lane on the Centaur. So Cleave, I feel like they have a lot of pressure this game in terms of draft. It feels like they're
10
slightly
seconds
outdrafted,
remaining.
but it might be that I'm slightly biased
5
in favor of
seconds
Tinker, but
remaining.
or that I'm missing something. We all know Faces Void and Tinker are absolutely great. Oh, what's this? Oh, we're on the Rector camera, guys. At least we wouldn't be missing First Blood. That would be nice. But yeah, it's
Prepare for battle.
it's so tricky to get to that point where they're like, we know Faces Void and Tinker are absolutely scary, but they have to get to the point first where they can be actually scary. And I feel like Tinker has drafted real nice to make sure that they can already start doing stuff before Cleave starts to get to the point where they're unstoppable, which they can. If the early game goes the way of Tinker, I feel like Tinker can take it fairly easy. If Cleave can hold their own in the early game, we're gonna have a very exciting game on our hands. It's all coming down to the early game, and I think Cleave is very well aware of that. Let's take a look at who's playing what as we see Cleave rotate into the jungle and maybe finding Pika here. Nah, he's not able to do anything. But yeah, for Cleave, we've got ourselves Stress playing the
30
Tinker. We'll
seconds
go
to
into
battle.
the middle lane. Roger on the Faceless Void. Hakon playing the Tidehunter. Metpum playing the Mirana. Some new players in Cleave right here. I mean, we know Stress and Hakon and Roger, of course, but both Metum for me is a new face, so play Mirana for him. And we've got ourselves
The battle
Soniko
begins.
of Laputa playing the Witch Doctor. I don't think I'm saying nice names there, by the way.
Regeneration.
But that is that's gonna be the support duo for this game. Witch Doctor and Mirana. So Cleave on the Dire side, on the Radiant side, who was having issues with some of the wards, with some of the camps, which is something that Sand King really wants because Pycat wants to try and farm up that Blink Dagger real fast in the jungle. But Pycat will play the Sand King. They're all playing under the stand-in tag, but that's because, well, because of the way the game works right now. They're not actual stand-ins. This is the full roster of Team Tinker. Sing Sing will actually be on the safe lane with the Viper. We've got ourselves the secondary support Bulba playing the Skywrath Mage, and that will mean mid is indeed for Koikfa playing the Death Prophet up against that Tinker, and it will be EGM playing the Centaur going up against the Tide, which is actually a pretty good lane for the Tidehunter, for the Centaur as well, but at least it's a better, like Tidehunter would have a more difficult time against this bottom lane. So I like that they're going for an aggressive tri-lane here for Cleave. They can't fail though. Paralyzing Cask will bounce around, but that range creep standing in range of that arrow, in line of the arrow, makes sure that Sing Sing is safe. If they hit the arrow next time without the supports being close, like it would have been just now, if that arrow would have hit, that would have been First Blood. But we are seeing Skywrath Mage and Sand King being a lot closer now. Arrow comes in and actually hits upon the Skywrath. Can they actually follow this up? The cast will bounce. Roger is actually diving the tower for this. Finds Bulba. Another cast coming out, and that's First Blood right there. Burrow Strike coming out on 2 from Pycat though, and they might be able to find a return kill right here. We see Witch Doctor buying everything he can before he dies. Viper takes that kill 1-on-1, but at least First Blood on the board, making sure that Cleave, their aggressive tri-lane already starting to pay off a bit. Getting those early boots up on Witch Doctor is actually pretty nice. Giving Viper a kill in return for getting a kill on the Witch Doctor might not be the most ideal scenario. At the same time, it's costed him all his mana. So he doesn't have mana anymore, Sing Sing that is. Means that the next time they dive, it will be a bit less scary. We also have a rotation to the top lane, which Doctor figured, well, since I'm a bit more farmed, gonna try to make sure that I am useful. Gonna try to make a difference on lanes. Try to make Tidehunter's life even easier. With the curse right here and making sure that Centaur is scared away. Hakon, so far, sitting on 10 last hits with the Centaur only on 3. Anchor Smash, minus 37 damage. Get Anchor Smashed. It hurts. Well, it hurts, but mostly it hurts in terms of the damage that you lose. It hurts when you level it up anyways. Moran also rotating a bit. Tried an arrow mid, couldn't find it. Rotating back bottom. It also means that the Faces Void, though he is alone right now, the lane is still pushed out. And he's actually getting solo experience, which was really good for him to get some levels up. Let's see if he can get the clarity off. Yes, he can. He'll gladly take a hit for that. Clarity off is a big deal. 3 heroes back for Cleave on the bottom lane. Look at the rotations that they did though. I really like that. So they got a successful rotation, or sorry, successful basically initiation bottom. They got first blood. And they instantly did not want to go back and do the same thing over again because Tinker would have been more prepared. So they tried to rotate both top and mid. Unfortunately, they couldn't really make anything happen. But imagine if they would have. That would have been making a big difference. I'm gonna read the pronunciation in a second. Okay, so instead of saying Hakon, which I normally do, I should say Hukon. Got it? Instead of saying Soneko, I should say Saneko. Saneko? Yeah. And then this guy is called Metrim. Oh, that's actually way easier. Metrim. There we go, Metrim. Metrim, Saneko, and Hukon. Oh, but I always said Hakon because it's like, hey, Con. Thanks. Pronunciation of CIS names, always a tricky one. Oh, Sing Sing, get bashed. Whoa! First hit bash, arrow, curse. Sing Sing should be going down from this one. Is the curse? That's only level 1. It's still enough. They might try to get Witch Doctor in return for it, but not able to do so. And Skyreth mage by himself should be fairly careful as well, because there is going to be an arrow again soon. Roger does get a cell from his teammate and will be continuing to last hit. Good kill for Cleave. In the meantime, there's the center of Team Tinker still struggling on the bottom lane. Has now got Tranquils and purchased himself a shield that will help out. Mana boots for Tidehunter. This Tidehunter is doing really well. Really well. But at the same time, Tinker, the one that I said should get his boots to travel up real fast, not really making it happen as Witch Doctor gets away barely on the bottom lane. And it might even be that Bulba was a bit too greedy for that. Does not go down for it though. And also, Roger does not want to try and make something happen. Yes, that was Witch Doctor, knowing that he was low. Dying to neutrals. Bash? He gets a bash. Not enough though. Stampede actually going off. And now Faceless Void is in trouble because he used all his mana. He can't go anywhere. He's knowing that he's gonna die. He tries to at least get something. Maybe get Bulba in return for it, but he can't even do that. One bash? Nope. Would have needed to get a bash to get that kill perhaps, but that's the only route that he could have taken, basically. You know that you're gonna die. Try to do as much with the time that you've left, as much as possible. So Koifa is owning mid, by the way. Or, yes, 37 for 11 on last hits for Koifa, while Stress is sitting on 17 to 2. Now he is still living and he's not dying, so it's fine. Goes for interesting build, by the way, 222. But he is not close to his boots of travel, which is, again, something that he really needs to get. Also, the jungle got counter-warded by Team Tinker, and they are making sure that the stacks are coming online, which means that Pycat will be looking to have his Blink Dagger at about maybe 10 minutes in. That would be a really good timing for him. Maybe even earlier if he doesn't get too many mud golems. Good block from Koifa. Bottom lane, Mirana going back there by herself, meaning that Faceless Void is now top. Not yet level 6, can't really do too much here. The only thing it would do is harass, but it looks like they're just gonna switch it up, gonna rotate lanes. Roger just wants to get farm. Can do that. He's level 5 up against level 7 Centaur though, and if Centaur gets some help, he can stampede in, stun, and hope that Faceless Void doesn't have time walk, but he only will have that once. Tidehunter rotating bottom means that it's going to be a bit tricky for Sing Sing. Gush comes out, arrow gets dodged, the curse gets dodged as well. The Stampede definitely helping for that, and this might actually be a kill. Mirana's level 3, guys! 3! He's dead. Goner. Sing Sing gets a kill, 3 on 1, and he gets a kill and he gets away as well. At least he's not even shut down, he'll just continue farming. That's the kind of things that you can't allow to happen. Let's see if they can get another kill. Team Tinker has got a rotation mid, they've got Bulba and Pycat. And they're looking to either take out the tower or the courier that's really slow. I don't think they can do that though. Or otherwise try to rotate around. The push is on. There is an exorcism. No, there's not actually. Level 8 and Koikfa does not have silence nor exorcism. They're gonna kill Stress anyway. He's gone. First strike comes out. And that's gonna be Prophet Koikfa with the kill. And with that, well, I think that Tinker might need to get some more ancient stacks up. That's something that aggressive tri-lane has not been able to put any effort in. Or not been able to, or at least not done. This is something that they should have done. Stack ancients for that Tinker. It's just something so basic. Maybe it's too basic in terms of them thinking, oh, hello Roger. He's getting some help, and that curse might actually be... Oh, curse might actually be enough. And Centaur knew that he was gonna die, but he gets to face his void first. Meaning that Roger does not get experience from the kill. And he dies. It's a bit sad. That was level 6 faces void. Experience does go to the support, so that's nice, but it's not a worthy trade. 3 versus 1. It turns out to be a 1-on-1. That happened, guys.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh god, faces void. It's a tricky hero. If you're behind, that is. But this game, we talked about it, or I talked about it because you're not able to talk, chat. I talked about it, and it's mid-game dominance Team Tinker is going for, and it looks like they're pretty successful at that as well. We had Cleave taking first blood, but since then the traits that they've been taking, it's not good. Definitely not good. And Cleave, they will need time to get online. Time, and not only levels, but the difference is, okay, let's talk differences, okay, in terms of... I mean, we know Tinker and Faces Void are going to be really strong when it's like 1 hour into the game. But apart from that, you've got yourself a Tidehunter that is good, but would like kind of needs a Blink Dagger before it's really starting to hit things off. They've got a Tinker who is strong, but really needs to have Boots of Travel before he really starts to hit things off. A Mirana needs to get level 6 as a support. It's probably the only one that has like a really good ultimate with level 6. And Witch Doctor ultimate is nice, but you need some setup for it as well. And preferably level 7 for the Cask at level 4. Ooh, Cask, Stampede. Still Witch Doctor is gonna go down though. 1 more hit needed. 2 more hits needed apparently. Oh, there we go. EGM, you're gonna get bashed. If you're not gonna get bashed, you're a lucky bastard and you're gonna get away from this one. Nice dodge, nice juke. And he has a stun again as well. And he knows that if Roger comes forward, yeah, I was gonna say, because if Roger would have come forward, he would have got stunned, double edge, and they would both be dead. Or maybe even Roger would be dead and EGM would be alive. But Chronosphere, he just wants to get that kill. But yeah, Faces Void needs not just level 6 because he needs some kind of item that increases his damage, or rather attack speed, so Mask of Madness or Mjolnir or something like that. And with Mjolnir I mean Maelstrom actually. But yeah, mostly Cleave needs not only levels but items, and you've got on the other side heroes that need mostly levels. Sing Sing has level 6, Victory, won the game, won the lane. Death Prophet, Exorcism, needs levels, done. Stampede for Centaur, he also wants a Blink Dagger, don't get me wrong. But he has Stampede, that's already a really great initiation spell, so overall, he's done too. Skywrath Mage, same story, Sand King, same story, and to be honest, I said 10-minute Blink Dagger. He had it, and it is a very scary ordeal. So yeah. Need gold on Cleave, need levels on Tinker. That I took so long to just say that one sentence. See, that's the kind of thing I have to practice on. If people were asking me earlier what would you like to improve on, that's the kind of thing I like to improve on. Say the same stuff I want to say, but then with less words. Hakon, you are dead. That's a wasted Ravage right there. Shouldn't have Ravage. He had no way of backup coming in, and he could have used that Ravage to try and make a difference somewhere else in the game. Didn't do that, and that's a wasted ultimate. Panic button R. Really. Oh, Roger. Silenced up. In comes EGM as a stun, as a double edge, and down goes Roger.
Bottom tower is under attack.
9 for 4, and it is Tinker that is starting to dominate the lanes. Now the next step that Tinker has to make, and with Tinker I mean Team Tinker, confusing, is to not only get those kills, but also get the towers after kills. Start getting some map control after the kills. Because so far they're not really getting that just yet. 20 gold before Centaur has Blink, and then he can actually probably kill Murano, who's level 5. He doesn't have a lot of health though, but his boots are kicking in right now. Tinker, by the way, has not got Boots of Travel, but we'll have it in 50 gold. That will make a difference. And with all the towers still standing, I actually think that it's not that bad. With that Tinker coming online as fast as he did, as the Murano goes down top with the situation that we knew was going to happen, blink in, stun. There was actually Skywrath Mage to help out. Oh, that's a Yules for Koikva, but is there enough damage to take him down? Tinker coming in as well, and the ulti. There is no the curse is actually on. Yeah, that's a dead Death Prophet. This is the kind of game Cleave has to do. They have the Tinker Boots of Travel, they get a kill on a very important target, and Cleave is actually, with those Boots of Travel, and with that kill on Koikva, they're on their way to delay the game. And that's their goal this game. Delay the game. Make this game as long as possible. Stop the initiations that Team Tinker might want to make. Don't get picked off and delay the game for Tinker to get Gigantic, for Void to get Gigantic, for Tide to get themselves a Refresher as well as a Blink, for Witch Doctor to get themselves an Aghanims and a BKB. I mean, they have got this amazing potential in terms of heroes. The only thing they need to have is time to get their items and their levels up. And for that, Tinker comes into play. That's his job. And we've all noticed it in pubs. It can happen. That's gonna be one dead Witch Doctor though. Yeah. So they can't allow that to happen. They can't allow it to get picked off. Like Tidehunter might be getting picked off right now. Oh god, again? Oh, this time Tinker is here to help out though. I'm not sure if it's gonna help out enough because there is a mechanism on Sing Sing, and that's again a waste of Ravage. Again, you need to have team to back it off. Sorry, I actually literally facepalmed in real life. Bought a top lane in the meantime, Cleave, and no, the Burrow and the Mystic Flare. Roger, you're dead, I think. No, you're not. You're living, but Murano not so lucky, but Roger lives. That's nice. Goes for Mask of Madness. And I mean, but that's the kind of thing they can't allow to happen. They're getting picked up one by one, and they shouldn't be. And at the same time, all the tier 1 tower is now down on the side of Cleave. This is Team Tinker's lineup kicking in. And they're not even grouping up as 5, which is something that you normally expect teams to do. So teams that pick up a Death Prophet / Viper, and even more so if they're combined with the two of them, they will have early mechanism like Sing Sing has right now. And then you normally want to fight and take towers. And we've seen this happen before. At least he doesn't have a Ravage to throw this time. That's going to be Sing Sing dominating. EGM still alive for the moment. Looks like he's just going to try to blink away. Should be able to. March of the Machines is not actually hitting him. As Space's Void dies in middle lane. That was him by himself. He shouldn't have been here by himself without team to back him up. I know it's difficult and it's very easy to say this, by the way. Because obviously it's easier said than done. But they don't have map control, so you don't know where enemy team is, and if you do know it, you shouldn't be close to them. Initiation is quite good, since they have 2 blink daggers, and it's delaying the game. You don't want to fight, so you stay the hell away from your enemy team. I guess at the same time, like I just said, you're grouping up as 5 might be the best thing if you have the mechanism and the Death Prophet ult. But at the same time, it's actually really smart to split up their forces, because the way for Cleave to get back into the game or to stop the pushes is to basically a Chronosphere coming out on Pycat. He has got some backup though. He will go down from the Witch Doctor ultimate. Should go down. No, he's fine. Stampede will help him get away from that one. That's nice. But at the same time, that like. The way for Cleave to go back into the game is to actually, like, if they have a 5-man chrono, that would be actually doing really well. You've got yourself 5-man chrono. That's already great. Nobody can do something to you. So you have got your arrow that you can land to make sure that someone stay stunned after Chrono. You can probably focus someone down. You have the Witch Doctor ultimate that goes through the, like, that you know, does damage while people are chronoed in. You've got the Ravage that you can throw out directly after the chrono, and you've got Marching the Machines that people can stand in while they're standing in the chrono, while they're standing in the Ravage, while they're getting arrowed. Potential is really great. Potential is really great. Yeah, they have to make sure that they get Team Tinker caught out though, because positioning is something that Team Tinker is actually pretty decent at, so. Yeah, 5-man chronos. Always good. If there are indeed your enemy team, that is. Slow down, double edge. Ravage comes out from Hakon. That might be a good one, but their Witch Doctor's already dead. Can they take out the Centaur? I think they might be able to. Yes, they can. He didn't even use his ultimate, but can they actually get more? I don't think so. Roger is already trying to run away from this one. Gets Yuled up in the air by Quakefa, who's getting ready to kill him off, and that should be done by a ghost. Indeed, it does. People try to escape. Sand King catches Marana out at the back though, and that's going to be a 3-on-1 exchange. Well, starting with Cleave throwing a lot on that Centaur, but in the end they lose 3. Only got 1 Centaur, that is an offlane hero, and lose their core, a main core hero, which is pretty painful.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Meantime, bottom lane. Has Sing Sing left bottom lane yet? I don't think so. Does he need to? Not for the moment. His team is doing pretty well without him, to be honest. Sitting on the Aghanims. So farmed. How did he get so low? Just checking if we have some hidden blade mills or something. I don't think so. 4 staff for Centaur. I like it. Hello, Witch Doctor. Chronosphere. Making sure that the Sing Sing is stuck in place, but at the same time Witch Doctor was supposed to be helping there and he couldn't. Because the team came in. Sing Sing is battling Roger. Will be able to get that kill. Looks to be able to get the Marana as well. Sing Sing is just... like, his entire team was there. And Sing Sing is just able to battle off everything that they threw at them. This guy is a tank right now. And it's so difficult to take him down. Because Cleave had the right idea, okay? They wanted to go for a chrono. And then come in with an arrow and the Witch Doctor to take down the Viper. Because Viper is a tanky hero. But with the Witch Doctor picked up at the back. Well, good luck with that. Can't really help out then, can he? They lose the Skyrat though, Team Tinker that is. So it's a trade in the end, but again it's that Faceless Void that dies. And they really need to get him with some damage items at some point. Cast coming out on Quakefa, who's still able to take the tower. Is also taking a laser though, trying to get away. Cask is actually still bouncing, will be able to get away right now. Has Bloodstone and the Spirits come back, so that curse will not take him down. And actually... oh, rockets! Nice Yules. In comes the Burrow set. Pyket also with the Veil. In comes EGM. Looks for a stomp. Cask stopping him stomping. He gets Ravage as well. And in comes Roger. They should be able to take out EGM again. As Pyket actually takes a double of the Starstorm. Still gets a Burrow Strike off. And nonetheless though, that is a victory for Cleave. As they can take down 2 and lose none of their own heroes. They still lose their tier 2 tower. And of course they still have a farming Viper on the side. But it is a victory for them. Again, they just need to delay the game. And the fact that Void is not getting anything right now means that you need to delay the game even more. Which is still pretty difficult to do, to be honest. And Sing Sing doesn't even have to go away from a Tinker. Look at this Tinker. Trying to deny the tower, couldn't do it. Sing Sing. Oh, invisible for the moment. They can't see him. They don't have detection. And this is just a Shadow Amulet. And he's actually going to turn around. He's going to try to kill Marana. And what am I saying? Try for? He's going to be invisible again. And they still can't take him down. He's fine. There you go. Chronosphere. And that's going to be his team coming out to help him out. Stress is going to be down. But Sing Sing will still be down as well. So finally, Cleave get what they want. But is it worth it? They lose Void and Tinker. Their 2 core heroes. In comes EGM. Should be able to get 1 kill. Leaves, of course, the Witch Doctor alone can't really take him down anymore. Oh, but maybe Pyket can. Blinks forward. Has got a Burrow Strike. Might be able to take him down. They chase the Witch Doctor outside of his base. And I think they can take him down as well. They should just get some vision up, smoke up. They know he's around. They know he's around. And that's going to be him blacking off to his base this time for real. In the meantime, top lane is where the Death Prophet's at. That's going to be Rax taken. And, ooh, arrow. Gets dodged. Paralyzing Cask still being quite annoying, but at least Exorcism is pulling through. Tinker coming back into this top lane as well, but the melee Rex is already down. That's what Koikfa came for. He can back off, be a happy man. And that fight... that fight bottom lane... I don't know. Losing a Tinker and a Void to try and take down the Viper. By that time you should know how difficult it is to take him down. And now Viper has got his full Shadow Blade. Do we have detection? Sentry wards on the Witch Doctor. But Witch Doctor is dead, so he's not going to be of any effect in that game. Mirana has also got one Sentry ward, so it's good for him. Backing up. Backing off. Not blacking off. Did I say that? Ugh, English is so hard. Oh, revealed that there is a ward. In comes the Poison Nova. The slow. So much harassment coming out. The guy is stuck in his own base. But with an acronym, Sing Sing can afford to throw out the ulti that much. Yeah, they got that count warded instantly because they kind of gave away that the ward was there. Ronald. Cleave. Where are they gonna go? Are they gonna try and take down Sing Sing again? I'm not sure if that's the right plan. Oh god. We're gonna see it. Paralyzing Cast coming out. In comes the Ravage. And a Chronosphere. Ravage hits upon 4 heroes. They get the Skywrath Mage. They can't get a kill in the Chronosphere though. And Void is stuck and dead. It is a Skywrath Mage for faces Void. And it's not over. They're gonna die for this. It looks like dive. Not die. They are not actually gonna dive either. They're just gonna wait for their creep wave. In the meantime, we do have a chase on as EGM is getting chased by the Tidehunter. But EGM has got the Blink Dagger. And Hukun does not have... Actually, he does have a Blink Dagger, but it blinks away. Mirana? Hello. There's a Burst Strike. And a Silence as well. You're so dead, Matun. Thanks. You're gone. Matun, GG, well played. That's it. That's gone. Nobody wants to be in this game anymore on the side of Cleave. It's over. The throne will fall. Team Tinker will win their game here in StarLadder Season 10. Game 2 of 4 in total. This is only the first one of 2 Tinker games that we'll see. And I think the next game is the one that everybody's looking forward to. Because you know what we're going to see, right? Team Tinker versus Navi. I've been waiting for that game. You've been waiting for that game. We've all been waiting for that game. So let's just do that. Get ourselves into the next game, which actually officially doesn't start until 30 minutes from now. So we have a bit of a break. I'll play some commercials. I might also do some question time again, but we'll see. As I am also going to drink some water and stuff. So I'll be right back. Thank you for watching here. And of course, see you in a moment.